Can I swear on live stream?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
You can't say. What is this?
What is this?
Wait, open the chat so that we can see if...
It is open.
Comment if you can hear us, please. Please.
Ollie couldn't make it because he wasn't feeling well. But he's been replaced with Alex.
Yeah, sorry, a bit of a downgrade.
Olive.
Pretend I'm Ollie but with hair.
I can hear. Yes.
Okay, sweet.
Я не могу говорить слово на «с».
That's it. In the net. I can hear sweet as.
Comment if you can understand Russian.
Hey, yo. 4-wheel drive rig Oz. Tough rig. Stop playing with that.
No.
Dang. Hershey,
Hershey is...
what's everyone up to on Sunday?
You should be in church.
Alright. The viewers just dropped. Alright. So Nathan and I were discussing about what we should do with this live stream. So what I think we should do is talk about our projects, give away all the details, all the secrets, and then we're gonna open the chat up, and then you guys can ask us any questions, unfiltered responses, swearing.
Okay, first of all, put your hand up if you own a Ford.
Put your hand up if you're straight.
Alright, so I guess I'll go first. So, unfortunately, one of the cars from the Falcon fleet, well, yeah, I guess you could say fortunately, the AU has been retired from the Falcon fleet for obvious reasons. If you guys been following the AU, I actually crashed. I'm not afraid to admit that. I wasn't doing anything especially crazy.
Yeah, you were coming to pick me up from Alex's house.
Yeah, I was coming to pick up Alex, and I rear-ended someone in traffic because
it's automatic.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Nathan said, "Dude, if the car was manual, I wouldn't have crashed."
There is truth to that, though.
Tell us.
AUs, for some reason, have the tightest converter in them. So when you slam on the brakes, they just keep going straight. Especially when they're
stuck. The converter
stuck.
was so tight, but the rest of the gearbox was slipping, so you've got no excuse.
So hold on. Alex, you drove my AU around when it was auto. Did you crash?
No.
Wait, I had an auto AU. Did I crash?
No.
But Alex has crashed an auto car.
I have, yeah.
When he was avoiding a fox.
Well, technically, I crashed an auto car too, but we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
A few fire trucks may have been involved.
Confidential information, mate.
So at the moment, well, earlier today, I was actually filming, working on the AU motor. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting the EF head on the AU motor because I figured the EF head's already been decked. It's already been, it already has a cam, it already has valve springs. I may as well use it. So I'm excited to put that on. But the AU is currently sitting on my street with no engine in it. And Peter is going to harvest a few parts from it, being the steering rack, a couple of other things. Oh, the rabbit.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Good rabbit.
The rabbit's downstairs.
Yeah, everyone, Nathan has a rabbit. That's his pet dog.
Yeah, she's a little pet dog.
But it's a boy's name?
Yes.
It's a transgender rabbit.
Hey, some guys said something cool. I liked how Alex's girlfriend knew straight away when she saw the car, like, with coilovers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been wanting coilovers for ages, and I kept sending her photos and videos of cars on coilovers, and then So I guess she knew straight away.
Alex's girlfriend pretty much started with like in cars with us.
Yeah.
Like she's been around for the whole journey, so she has an idea of what's going on slightly. But
No, more than most. That I've met.
subscribe to Alex Ivanov, up and coming YouTuber, up and coming mate, #1. He's gonna
number 2. Rex #1, Bacon #2, and me #2 behind with Bacon.
So number 2 side by side.
I think it's actually Rex #1, Alex #2, Nathan #3.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that. Whatever floats your boat.
It's all. There's no competition. It's just the boys helping the boys.
Yeah.
Rexton, go fuck yourself with the rabbit.
No, the rabbit is anxious. Okay.
The rabbit has been slaughtered, and we're eating rabbit ragu for dinner tonight.
The rabbit is downstairs.
Tyson, are you trying to say rabbit or rabbi?
Rabbit. Come on, Nathan, go get the rabbit. Come on. We'll talk to the people.
Maybe later. Maybe if you guys behave yourselves, I'll bring the rabbit up.
Rabbit for dinner.
No. No. You'll have rabbit shit for dinner. How about that?
You already served me mushrooms that looked like rabbit shit.
Yeah.
Raisins.
Anyway, let's get back on track. Rex, I'm gonna ban you.
No, leave him.
Shut the
He's
fuck
funny.
up.
He's funny.
You're being a spammer.
Nah, good on him. Good on you, son.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know, Ollie has an ED with an INTECH turbo in it, and he's doing a few upgrades to it. He's putting a high mount manifold and a pulsar turbo. So I'm taking the old turbo manifold and I'm putting it on my INTECH. Peter?
Yes.
That's not what my rabbit looks like. Rabbits are underrated,
I'll show you
guys.
what Nathan's rabbit looks like.
Wait. Nathan,
This is Nathan's rabbit.
Is this what your rabbit looks like, Nathan?
You wish.
No. No, keep talking about EF. Or ED. We won't troll you anymore.
You got ED.
Yeah, I've got ED.
Ollie's ED.
Yeah, so the next time the EF is running, which hopefully will be in the next month or two, it'll have a turbo. I'm not sure what ECU I'm going to run yet. Most likely a J3, just to be able to drive the car around. But eventually we'll get a Haltech, and we'll see how the T5 likes it.
Well, to be honest, I'm having the same sort of decision. Like, I don't know whether to go Haltech or just leave it J3 because obviously the Haltech is much better.
It's better, yeah.
The
It's a
J3
lot of money though.
The J3 is cheaper, and I already have a J3 in my car, and you also have a J3. So,
Yeah.
It's pretty much free.
Ben Shaw is asking about drifting. I think these two are going to be drifting.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Maybe.
car.
Maybe.
I don't have a car to take on main track. I wouldn't take the Sylvia on main track.
Yeah, because
But-
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I'm going to main track June 15th
Or 17th. I can't
or
remember.
17th. Vic Drift, the next one, I will be there. Rex will be there. Alex will most likely be there. Ollie will be my pit crew. Nathan.
Peter's going to be my pit crew when his car blows up.
Yeah. So I'm sending main track with an AU that's very low in compression. Like
Still goes all right though.
still goes alright.
Drift the rabbit.
Yeah,
Lick the rabbit.
the rabbit licks itself. It's self-cleaning.
Can I lick the rabbit for the end of the live stream?
If you wanted to bite you,
Yes, please.
That would be really funny though.
it hurts.
Lick the rabbit. Drag the rabbit. You're gonna drag race the rabbit versus Alex's sausage dog.
Yeah.
Give the rabbit a head start.
What about
Rabbit
against?
will
Mate, the
across
rabbit will
finish line.
the rabbit will chop your dog.
No
alright?
fucking way.
Have you seen that rabbit?
Have you seen my dog run a full pelt?
Its spinal snap in half.
I think we should do rabbit versus my dog because there's consequences there for the rabbit if it loses.
Oh, George Ordo, what's going on?
Hey, I've been watching your vids, George.
So have I.
My brother's been watching your vids.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
33-year-old brother. 34-year-old brother's been watching your vids.
Yeah, they're good videos. Frothing. Yeah.
So if you guys want any parts off the AU, everything is available, including the BTR. The BTR is sitting on my garage floor. So if you guys want it, I'll sell it really cheap.
The BTR is so mint. It's the best feeling BTR I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
I totally advise any of you to buy it.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
absolutely wicked. I think I'm gonna reconvert my car to auto with that BTR.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely doesn't slip in overdrive.
It definitely doesn't go.
Yeah, definitely not. But yeah. So everything is available apart from the motor. It's got chopped suspension in it. So if you guys want a really low AU, hit me up.
Professionally chopped by yours truly.
Okay, these guys, I feel like they won't shut up until I bring the
Are
rabbit.
you caving? You're caving. All right,
No.
go get the rabbit.
I'm gonna bring the rabbit, and then you guys, you'll get your fix, and that's it.
Jackson asked, "Are you gonna get another AU, or are you done with AUs?" I'll answer for you. Sir.
Yeah.
Why not? Is it because the rabbit cage is
Yes.
there?
Rabbit
All right.
full of shit.
This is a takeover of Nathan Pakin's live stream by Aliv and Peter. So ask us some dirty questions about Nathan. We'll answer every single one of them. 100%
And if any one of
truthful.
you, for whatever reason, are curious about BMWs,
No one cares about
Yeah, no
your
one gives a
Bavarian money wasting piece of
shit.
shit.
At least it's got comp on all 6 cylinders.
But both of my AUs. I'll
And it's
answer.
not written off.
Yeah, someone actually crashed into one of my AUs. Like, I wish I could insert the clip and show you guys because
The pole ran towards the AU and collected it.
No, what happened was a guy in Colorado decided to reverse full pelt down my street and decided to use the AU as a handbrake. Yeah. I'll answer Jackson's question though. I think Nathan is done with AUs for now. I think he's going to concentrate mainly on the E series, but potentially he might do an AU later. Rexton said, "Lick the Aliv."
I have chlamydia.
Alex is a bit sweaty today, a little bit salty.
It's just come.
Alex, we're on live stream. Come on, man. Come on. All right, ask us more questions about Nathan. Hit us. Anything. Yuck. Rexton, you lick Alex in your spare time. I don't want to know what happens in that garage while I'm at work. All sorts of activities.
Okay. I retrieve the rabbit. This is a rabbit.
Move over, Alan, so the rabbit can come here.
I still can't get in. Move over.
I can't. I'm stuck against Alex.
The fucking chair doesn't move. Move back over that way, you fucker.
This is Gosha. She's hiding. Come on, Gosha. Look, show it.
Yeah,
Show
look,
them.
tell us.
There you go.
Is the rabbit INTECH swapped?
Not yet.
Bring the seasoning.
Look at her eyes.
So pretty. Good rabbit. Look at what Dad's PY is.
Cook him. Well, for your information, it's a she. So I think you need to get your pronouns right, and then maybe I'll consider it.
So fuck you, rabbit. Chuck her on the spit there. Thank you for
See,
showing.
Mitchell is very, very thankful.
Cook her.
Honestly? Honestly? Okay. So at first, I was not sold on the rabbit thing at all. Like, honestly, I was like, what the hell is this? But after seeing young Gosha grow up in the Pakin household, I've sort of become a fan.
Yeah.
Like, would I get one for myself? No, at the moment. But is it a cute pet to have?
It's
and low maintenance? Yes.
They're very cheap, and if you raise them right, they're like dogs. They're like small dogs.
Kind of like an AU Falcon.
Yeah. Exactly right, Alex.
Yeah, if you modify it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was actually an Easter present from my girlfriend. So,
What year?
sorry, forgot what year it is. So the rabbit is actually a INTECH. That's her pronouns.
Rexton's slacking on the uploads.
Yeah.
Rexton.
Brexton is sick. That's why. Otherwise, he'd be here.
Rexton is dying. Everyone.
He's dying of lack of uploads.
Rexton is dying from lack of drifting.
He needs some wind run smoke in his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's your dose of rabbit. See?
See, it's actually cute. Like, come on.
She's telling you guys to piss off. She's annoyed. All right, move now.
Wait, where is it going?
It's going back
In
to
the
my.
oven.
Put it on Peter's head.
Everyone
put it
say
on my
goodbye
head.
to
Put
the
it on my
rabbit.
head. Put it on my head.
No, we're not.
I'll fucking kick you.
We'll scratch the shit out of you.
Will it?
Right, take over again.
Take over, Pita Bread and Olive. I'm still waiting for a question about Nathan. Come on, hit us with one.
Hi Rex, I'm happy to expose him too.
Rexton? Yeah, or ask us Rex H questions. Rex H better get rinsed. Come on. Someone ask us something about Rex. Maybe we should just expose him.
Just tell him his address.
Roast me. Rexton, you're a Kitaites. You know exactly what that means. Is Rex gay? Yes.
Okay, I've got evidence.
I have a video of Rex kissing Alex.
Mm.
Yeah. Favorite kind of food. Nathan's favorite kind of food is rabbit ragu.
His favorite kind of food is ropa.
Is he looking for someone?
He's already got me. Fuck off.
He's already got Alex. You know, Alex has big juicy bunda, and you know Rex can't miss out on that. Threesome. Alex keeps you satisfied.
Keeps me satisfied. Yeah. You know it, Rexton.
Move,
You've
Alex.
been to Michael.
Do you ever get disappointed when you see a Barra swapped AU/E series?
Yes.
Yes.
Rexton's before it had a new diff.
Yeah. I don't know. So with Barras, like the swap is sick. Like I froth, you know, Rex's Barra EF goes hard, sounds sick. But I feel like it's just so much easier to just do the INTECH or the sock, right?
Yeah, INTECs are very, very capable. Like, there's a shop in Victoria called Tunnel Vision Performance. You guys are probably quite familiar with it. They have 1,000 kilowatt INTECs, and I think for the money, like an NA Barra, like an FG one, will cost you about $500. And INTECH, you know, it's probably a bit cheaper, maybe half the price, but it doesn't have the same issues as Barras have, like with their oil pumps or like with their heads and stuff like that. Like INTECs are very, very capable. And they actually have a similar design in the bottom end. They have the same rods as an NA Barra. So
A friend of mine actually told me a story. So he is a Barra guy, and one of the shops where he saw a car getting worked on or something, they actually accidentally put a INTECH head gasket on a Barra because they look so similar.
yeah,
So,
I think it was Max Performance.
true.
Yeah,
Well,
Max
I didn't want to say any names.
It wasn't Max Performance that did it. They had a customer that brought the car in, that they did the work themselves, and they found out that when there was coolant pissing out of the head, that's why. So they obviously rectified it for him.
Who owns an 80 series?
My dad does.
And the 80 series is
Broken, which you guys probably have seen in the last video. The front prop shaft snapped in half. I don't know how. Dad's VY, genuine question. So I'm assuming you guys are more Ford than Holden. Have you guys thought about doing an Ecotech build? Well, Alex actually owned a Holden.
Yeah, I had a VZ Calais.
you own a Holden too.
Yeah, I did. I used to have a VR Berliner. I love both, but Fords are just I guess there's more. No, I wouldn't say aftermarket support, but
there is. So I have to agree with Nathan here in terms of modifying. Holden is a bit more difficult to get into it because unless you're turboing your Ecotech, there's not much more you can do because there's no point of throwing mods at a V6. So unless you've got, well, now you've got LS money, Holdens are a bit dead.
Yeah.
But with Fords, you've got the Ecotechs. You can pick up an AU for what? INTECH, sorry, my bad. INTECHs, you just throw parts at them and they just work. And you can make, as we were discussing before, you can make big power in an INTECH, like quite easily.
Like, for example, with me, why I went AU as well is because, like, double wishbone front suspension, I guess, generally feels better than McPherson or torsion beam. And then also, it's got a solid rear end, so I wouldn't have issues with breaking axles as much. Like,
Alex was at my house earlier with that same issue in his BMW.
So, yeah, and like, I grew up with Fords in the family, so generally I just followed that. That's why I own 3 Falcons now.
And also, all of our mates have Fords.
Yeah, pretty much. We don't really have any. Well, only Zach is our only Holden friend.
Yeah. There's 3 E series and like 4 or 5 AUs. So, and when you go to a drift track, you only ever see AUs or Fords, like B series and stuff like that. They're like at Keep It Read events. I have seen like people drifting like VS Utes and stuff.
Last big drift event when I was driving, I was trying to keep up with an LS VY drift car.
Oh, there you go. But
there's
then
a lot more VYs out there now with their big LS. It's like fucking.
But how much is a VY SS? Like at least 10 to 15 grand.
Yeah, and you
can build an AU for that much. Yeah.
It's not worth drifting anymore.
You can honestly get an AU ready for main track for 5 grand.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, like the blue car. Oh no, because okay, for 7 grand you can have a fully capable AU drift car if you buy used parts. If you buy everything brand new, like you're gonna be 15k deep in that motherfucker.
Yeah, but then you can enter like pro drift events.
Yeah.
With a hydro, like cage, everything. So
do some skids if you can't go out and do them, then do them in your undies.
Too late. I already did them in my undies.
Same.
I had an Ecotech build, but the LS platform is better for barely any additional money. 100% true.
Yeah, that's true. Someone asked, would you consider the Tickford socks as capable as INTECHs? So tell us about what you discovered about Tickford heads.
So Tickford heads or Tickford motors?
Well, Tickford motors in general. But
like the reason why I didn't continue with my EF motor is because it was actually the car I bought and the engine had already been swapped because apparently it spun a bottom end bearing, and the guy put an EL motor in, and when I opened it was unknown kilometers. I opened it up. First thing I saw, the bores were oval, so you can't really talk halves, but I'd say the first half of the cylinder, if you're looking at the front of it, there was cross hatching, and at the back, but on the sides there was no cross hatching. So it was burning a lot of oil. And also, as Ollie Mechanic said, that the car high RPM was very vibey. And they're not as balanced, they're not as well built as an INTECH. They're not as balanced as an INTECH, so they're not a very smooth revving engine. And it kept chewing up belts partly because of the end float on the crank. So the thrust washers were completely gone, and also it was.
But they're a fucking tough motor. Like
they are a good motor.
They might not be as capable, but they'll go forever.
Yeah. And Ollie actually had a turbo ED motor in his ED until he stripped the dizzy gear on it and sent metal everywhere. And he put the ED rods and pistons in an INTECH, which you don't really need to do because INTECHs can handle a 350, 400 kilowatts.
And we very, very strongly recommend that you do not do.
No. He had to shave down the piston skirts because it was hitting the counterbalances on the crank. So your best bet, if you want reliable power, just head studs, valve springs. You can do a cam and just new head gasket, and you're on your way. But even then, standard head bolts will hold 300 kilowatts. Same with the valve strings and stuff. It's honestly pretty impressive. But it just depends how the motor was looked after and stuff. Like my INTECH has 275,000 Ks on it, and it looks pretty mint inside. You know.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised by
Yeah.
how clean your INTECH was inside. Like I thought that thing would have been completely ruined. But
The guy, my mate that I sold it to, he drove it around with no oil for 6 months. And I looked inside it was mint. Had mint, you know, had no end float on the crank, and the balls weren't scored or anything. Mint compression. So we'll see how it goes. But if it does blow, then I'll most likely build an INTECH. I've always wanted to do that. So
should go pretty hard.
I was supposed to lick the rabbit. Yeah.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah. Nathan didn't let me.
No.
But yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's get some juicy questions going.
Yeah, ask us juicy questions. Yeah, X6 to 315,000. Probably best not to force too much on it.
It's a Ford. It won't break.
I'm literally driving around a Ford that's low on comp and spraying oil everywhere and abusing the hell out of it, and it's still mint.
Yeah. They'll get you to where you want to go, but you'll want to dump the car on the side of the road and never get back in it.
Yeah.
To put it that way.
For sure.
I tried fixing my AU, as you guys may have seen, but when I was pulling the motor, I noticed that the rad support wasn't like this. It was like that. And I'm like, you know what? Time to pull the INTECH and, you know, give it to a better home. So
get a VL. Give us 30 grand.
Yeah.
I think Jamie I've spoken to on Instagram before with the VL.
Yeah.
Dose it there.
VLs are cool, but they're a bit overrated.
The thing is though, I froth VLs. Like when I see one on the street, I snap my neck. I look at it, but they don't drive that good, to be honest.
It's a straight line car.
Like
they don't corner well at all.
I've driven a friend's VL, and I was actually a little bit, just slightly disappointed with how it drove.
I much prefer old Holdens.
Yeah.
If you drive a 1980s Toyota, like a Cressida or something, they drive way better than a VL.
Yeah.
Way better.
That is for sure.
Yeah,
that's 100% right. There's a reason why the taxi industry were 99% Falcons.
Yeah.
They just kept going.
Yeah.
VS drives better.
Yeah.
That's true. One of my neighbors had a VS race car, and he said that if you dump not enough money, but you dump a little bit of money into the suspension, they handle unlike anything else. So I can't put my weight behind it, but what I heard from multiple people.
I much prefer. I do like the way those old Commodores drive, but I just prefer the turn in on a double wishbone car. Even like my Sylvia's McPherson Strut. If you go in a car, even an AU, which isn't designed to go around corners at all, it still turns in better than a Sylvia, in my opinion.
When I was driving a Sylvia, I noticed that as well.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the only advantage that the car has is that it's light. That's basically it.
Yeah.
And it's got good suspension.
The AU doesn't feel too heavy once the suspension's set up right, but at the moment my shocks in the back are too long, so it's like sort of just like tips in the back.
Yeah, you might need a sway bar.
Upgrade, yeah, for sure.
What do you need sway bars for, mate? No sway bar, gang.
You're no sway bars, aren't you, in the BMW?
I have rear sway bar, but not front.
Oh. Well, your car feels pretty good for no front sway bar, to be honest. Loving the EF content. I have had my XR6 for 21 years, has 490,000 kilometers and still going strong. At 500,000, she's getting a ground up rebuild and turbo.
Tough.
I think you messaged me on Instagram. I haven't gotten to your message, but I definitely have seen it, and I did see your order that you placed. So thank you very much.
Yeah, shout out Tanky McStagger.
Tanky McStagger.
Top G Tanky, mate.
Personally, I would put an INTECH in your car. Personally, but if you want to keep the numbers matching, I do understand that.
Yeah, well, your numbers weren't matching anyway, so
No,
it was like, who
that's why
cares at
I
that
got
point?
rid of it. And if the car was immaculate, maybe I would have rebuilt the sock, but yeah, it's not worth it.
I don't know if the OG members of your channel will remember the big titles that said "I got scammed," and to be honest, I think you did, brother.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what you get for buying the cheapest cars on marketplace, though.
yeah. Like sometimes you get lucky, but that EFXR6 was not a steal by any stretch of the imagination. The paint is rough, the body's rough. It's been used in the Dukes of Hazzard's film. The subframe is destroyed underneath. It has no rust. That's about its only.
That's actually surprising that it
Yeah,
has no
it was
rust
sitting in a
considering where you
field,
picked it
yeah.
up from.
But to get that thing to look like a decent car, it will probably cost as much as if I just bought a decent one for like 10-15 grand. But
Yeah. And even if you manual swapped it too, because you ended up buying another T5 as well.
yeah,
So all you needed was like a pedal and a clutch and the cable.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you bought a shifter too.
Yeah.
And you bought a stick as well.
Yeah.
And you bought I'm actually gonna make Nathan roll up in fetal position and start crying. If I keep listening.
Gareth said should put an AUK frame in the EF. If I had a hoist, I would do it. But you need to drill the frame rails and stuff. I don't think it's worth it at this stage. I've tried to convert the front suspension to AU, so it's got AU upper arms and it's got poly bushes wherever I could put them, but that's about it. It's got an AU rear end in it, like it's got EL AU rear end, so it actually steers quite well.
I gotta say, I borrowed Nathan's car a few times to drive around, and it actually drove good.
It doesn't seem much different to an AU, does
No,
it? No.
it actually drives good. The only thing I noticed big time is like the difference between coilovers and whatever suspension you had. That was absolute garbage. But yeah, it actually drives good. Yeah. We nicknamed Nathan's EF a bouncing castle on wheels.
It's crap.
Like that car is the perfect car for one of those videos where you see the girls with big knockers.
Yeah.
What else can we answer? Ask us some questions. Ask questions. Tell us about your builds. Or if you want to tell us if you want to hear about Alex's build, which is completely different to ours.
Yeah.
Because ours are pretty much going to be the same by the end of it.
Mine is the opposite end of the spectrum from most of the boys.
You are a big money waster, but somehow it paid off.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just tell us something. Okay, what's Alex doing now that he sold the cow? Ties in perfectly with just tell us something, which ties in perfectly with talk.
Yeah, so I bought a BMW 6 months ago to drift and took a drifting a couple of weeks into owning it. And then I hated it because it kept breaking axles. I was ready to sell it, burn it to the ground. And after Peter convinced me to dump more money into it, hence the big money waster, BMW, I redid the suspension, put adjustable camber arms in, axle spacers. It's got a replica SLR lock kit, so I've got about 75 or 80 degrees of lock.
Like it literally, I shit you not, is like this.
Got bucket seat, half cage, put a hydro in it. Took it drifting at Calder main track for the first time properly, and the car performed like as good as I can ask it to. The axle that's in it right now is like fucked. It's got about 5 mil shaft plate either side, and it still didn't snap. So I fixed that issue.
What BMW is it?
It's an E46 323i, so it's got the older M52 TU motor.
Factory manual too.
Yeah, factory manual. So it's still got the motor is got like a cable throttle, drive by wire, is it?
Drive by cable.
Drive by cable. Yeah, so it's not an electric throttle body, which is what I really wanted, because I can't deal with the lag that electronic throttle bodies have. And yes, you can put throttle controllers in them and all that, but it's just extra effort for nothing. Yeah, you say nice. Been looking for at similar models. You should do it, man.
Should cop.
Like, I picked mine up. I'll be completely transparent for $6,000. It had no roadworthy, no reg. I bought it with a welded diff
Cage.
Like the interior was gutted. I spent about $800 putting the interior back in it to get it registered. And mechanically, like engine and transmission wise, I've had no issues with it.
Yeah.
I had a bushing wear out in the transmission that was a bit of a bitch to change, but after doing that, it feels incredible. And it's like I'm riding around in BC coilovers, no front sway bars I mentioned earlier, and the thing handles like a champion. The only thing I did differently is, well, I would still want to do is solid rear end bushings and subframe reinforcements, which is coming soon. I just need money because the thing is sucking my wallet dry. But you know, it's cars for you.
I'd like to actually say something. All of our girlfriends have project cars as well.
It's true.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend Chelsea's watching. She has an FG XR6. So if you guys own that car, what would you do to it? It's completely stock now. First, it needs different wheels because she bought the wheels that were on it were absolutely hideous. So I'm thinking Mark 1 Luxpack wheels.
Gold Simmons.
No.
I think, honestly, the wheels that would look best on it are my FGX wheels.
What, the Luxpacks?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
driving it. All right, you've convinced me. I'm driving in June.
Yeah.
You'll see a video.
Peter, what does your girlfriend have?
So,
what did she just buy?
My girlfriend has a Toyota Cressida, which I guess I'm half owner in, but it's mainly for her. But yeah, it's going to be turbo. Well, actually, it's going to be 1J turbo, probably still auto, just quick street car that sounds cool. So yeah.
Well, and Alex obviously made a video on his channel about surprising his girlfriend with coilovers for a VF.
Yeah, she's got a VF Series 2 Black Edition.
And I've made a video.
Yeah,
I made a review
on Nathan's channel.
It's my most popular video, I think.
And it's my most popular video too. No one gives a fuck about our car.
Who cares about Fords? Who cares about like Beamers? No one cares. Chasers, Sylvia, especially no one gives a shit about.
No.
But
VF Black Edition.
Dommy's VF, number one clickbait vehicle. Are you going to open the ring gap when you turbo the EF?
Unless it does it itself, no. I mean, look, I did say earlier that if the engine does blow, I want to build, put rods, pistons in. And we'll see how the car drifts. I want to drift it, see how it goes. If I like it, I might invest money in putting a TR6060 in it. Because the T5 won't hold the power. But it's either a TR6060 or a built auto, and I turn it into a drag car.
TR6060 more expensive than the car itself.
Yeah, well, anything is more expensive, so it'll get a rod piston motor, maybe a girdle, Torrington. We'll see how it goes. But yeah.
I'll put a bigger front wheel.
Exactly. Well, we need to see how the car goes anyway. With just with the T5 and stuff.
But before any of that, we need to get the car finished.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the motor will most likely be done in the next couple of weeks. Just just waiting on parts and stuff. Need a timing kit and I need a VRS seal kit. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too long until that car's running. It's been off the road for many months.
I'm gonna gap the rings on my one.
Yeah.
I have to do a full rebuild. On
Ben, to answer your question, leave the bottom end unlocked. Don't open it up. Just chuck head studs and a good head gasket and you're chilling.
There's a common trend that I've realized with INTECs and socks, right? And it's if you undo the Ford magic that's holding it together, they just fucking shit themselves.
Yeah.
Like your one was played around with, shit itself.
Yeah.
My one played around with, shit itself. Luke's one from Age of Society played around with, shit itself. Like, Rex's one, Naoki's one, all the boys who haven't touched their AUs, engines, they're all mint. So.
Well, I mean, Rex's one is not mint, but goes by mint because it still drives. Yeah. It leaks and burns about 2 liters of oil every 1,000 kilometers. But
so they all should have bought a BMW.
Someone's asking about a home job paint job. So, Alex, Ollie, and I, we are buying would you say inflatable paint booth?
Yeah, so it's like an inflatable paint booth that's just got ventilation and it's blown up by 2 compressors.
So we're gonna be setting that up at probably my dad's place, and yeah, we're gonna be painting the Cressida, the BMW.
We're going to be painting the Cressida, Ollie's BMW, maybe my BMW, and if I have another car by then, I might be painting that in a
So-
very special kind of paint.
So Nathan can hire it from us.
Well, actually, the EF paint isn't faded. Well, it is faded, but I've had my mate Meticulous auto detailing. He has he buffed the wing on it and stuff. It's been sitting in the sun for so long that it's just been oxidized by the sun. So it's actually got good paint underneath. The front bar and stuff, obviously it's completely ruined, but it does need those parts repainted. But I think the rest of the car just needs a buff.
I can like, I guess concur that. Well, how would you say like? I concur that because Nathan's spoiler has better paint than my FGX on.
Yeah, it's
but
actually
Nathan's roof and bonnet is stuffed.
no, the roof's fine. The bonnet has a few chips in it and stuff.
Well, like as in with oxidization, it is.
The rest of the car is completely screwed, but it just needs a buff. But that's not really my main priority. My main priority is getting the engine bay looking mint. So the whole car is going to look ratty. Excuse me, until you lift the bonnet, and then it's going to be mint.
And it's going to look ratty.
Yeah.
Because we're doing it. So it's
Maybe.
going to be shit. I've seen people use inflatable greenhouses. Is that for growing
Greens.
greens and herbs and spices, or is that for paint booth?
Because I've
I
seen
wanna
it
know.
used for both.
I want to know. Could you upgrade the T5? We're not cookers. We do not smoke.
Only vapes.
Only vapes. Could you upgrade the T5 for not too much money? Yeah, I've heard you can get them built for like $1,500.
I mean,
But at that point,
Maybe.
you're still limited by the T5. I mean, actually, our mate Zach had a T5 in a VL. Has a T5 in the Toronto,
Yeah.
yeah.
and they feel fucking incredible.
But they're like thousands and thousands of dollars. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
If I don't know, I feel like if you got the money and you really want to drift, just find a way to adapt a later model Tremec gearbox in like a T56 or a TR6060.
The problem with them is that it gets expensive.
Yeah.
But because a lot of the T56s, especially that come out of Falcon, do they come in FGs?
Yeah.
In B series
B, yeah.
T56.
Yeah. So all the Falcons that come out of like the now-ish late 2000, early 2000s model Commodores and Falcons, they've all been thrashed. So if you go on Facebook Marketplace, a lot of the time you're going to see they'll be up for like $1,500, but right at the top of the ad will say suit rebuild because the second or third is grinding. Reverse is fucked. It's hard to get away from that.
I heard a Nissan 6-speed is a good alternative to the T56. We've had very good luck with Nissan 6-speed.
Even I couldn't blow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tried.
So in my Sylvia, I have a R34 gearbox in it, which I sort of regret putting in because, to be honest with you guys, it costed me well over 10 grand to put in. Like drive in, drive out. I didn't do the work myself on that car, but it costed me with the clutch, with the tail shaft conversion kit, everything, including the gearbox, was like over 10 grand. I don't care what anyone else tells you. That's how much it costs. So, look, it depends how much power you're gonna run, but my 6-speed was unbreakable. I don't know how it didn't break.
Nathan literally used to take me for ride-alongs, and he would go second to third, like better than an auto.
Yeah.
Like literally better than a ZF 8-speed out of a
Human DSG.
Yeah,
Super.
it was like
it was like rah, ba, 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 ba.
I would chirp third in that
absurd.
car with a full car load, Michelin's uphill, nothing. It never broke. Never broke.
That was absurd. Dad's VY asked another question. Has been really good asking questions.
What did he
Stream.
ask?
So he said, what you guys prefer car style? JDM, VIP, OzDM, American Muscle, drift spec, stance, clean, sleeper. I'll go first, and I'll say that I respect all of them.
Mm.
I
Respect
like all
all
of
builds, guys.
them. No.
No,
Unless
no.
it's a CJ Lancer.
I actually like all of those. Like, I appreciate all of them, and I would own any of them really, except for maybe a stance car. I kind of see them as pointless, but definitely good to look at.
Yeah. I like with my I like the Aussie look, like where you have, you know, the rear like lower than the front, and you have like
Philo stance.
yeah.
The Cali
But-
stance.
My EF is like that, but my Sylvia is very I guess it's very, how do you say it, like
Track spec.
I guess it's track spec. It used to have Workmeisters on it and it was full like stancy, but now it has like you know, good tires, good fitment, and it'll go around the corner. Whereas before I couldn't take it around the corner.
I really like the look of drift spec cars, but I
Yeah,
like the interior inside to be nice.
Yeah.
Which is currently what I'm trying to do in the BMW by throwing suede at everything I can see to make it look presentable.
Mm.
Cohen asks, is manual swapping an AU Falcon hard?
Fuck no.
It is a piece of piss.
You wouldn't know, bitch.
I do know.
Yeah, from watching.
From watching. What do you mean? I helped you manual swap my car.
Yeah, so when we did Peter's blue car, his blue AU, he obviously bought it auto, and we could have done it all in one day, but overall it was a 2-day it was a 2-day process. Could have been smashed out in one day, but box out, tail shaft out one day. The next day, box in, tail shaft in. It was like, if you have all the parts ready to go, if you have shortened drive shaft.
Yeah, I
Shortened
think
drive shaft.
the thing that shot me in the foot the most with the car being in the air was getting my tail shaft shortened and my flywheel machined because of a public holiday weekend. So yeah,
But overall, you could smash if you have all the parts in front of you ready to go.
one day.
Yeah, one day.
We did a couple hours on one day and a few hours on another day. We did like 2.5 hours on one day, including jacking up the car, setting it up, whatever, and then probably like 5 hours.
I'd say the hardest part is actually taking the BTR out, because some of the bell housing bolts are an absolute dog to get to.
And the starter motor bolts on both.
The starter motor
Look,
bolts.
for me
are-
personally, I absolutely struggle. Like, I
Yeah.
cannot undo them to save my life.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
T5s are very light. Like the only way I put my T5 in, the only way I found that it works is separate the bell housing and the actual gearbox away from each other. Put the bell housing on first, then lift the gearbox in and just put it in. That's the easiest way I found to do it.
It's good if you have a friend though, because then
Yeah.
when you lift up and push it in, the person can go straight away at the back and do up the trans mount, and then just get out.
Yeah.
And it's
Even
chill.
then, you can just leave the gearbox hanging in there with the input shaft in.
And the best part about that method as well, not only is it like easier to lift up, but putting the bell housing bolts back on when the box is separate from the bell housing
it's
is a
much
lot
easier.
easier.
So much easier.
And then you
You
can
have a lot
also
more space.
tilt the engine back as well.
Yeah, just loosen your engine mounts a little bit. Or
I didn't even need to.
Or if they're fucked, just carefully lift it up.
You just push it with your hand.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
under Nathan's one, pulling it out, grabbed the sump, just pushed up.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah. And it's good. It's good fun. Like, honestly, it was so easy and so worth it. But I have to say, the manual swapping your AU can get very expensive very quickly
If you do it properly.
if you do
Yeah.
it properly. So I'd like to say I did it properly with
Yeah.
brand new. Pretty much everything that I could get brand new, I got brand new, and it ended up costing me like $1,800 with all the labor being out, like us boys, and the like costs that I was kind of not really expecting was I took my tail shaft to a good tail shaft shop, and they charged me $320 to shorten it 55 mil. So yeah, that was not fun. But other things like flywheel machining was like $50. The clutch was $250. Cable, all that, and the Malwood pin as well. I didn't realize that it's not recommended to use your manual pedal box, so I got a manual pedal box, and then I had to buy a Malwood pin as well, which was like a couple $100. But it was alright.
Someone asked.
Oh, one thing, last thing about manual swap and KIU. Anytime you're putting a T5 into anything, get a brass shifter bushing.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Both of my T5s have the brass or bronze, depending on, I don't even know, shifter bushing, and both of them have literally no movement side to side except for a neutral.
Transforms the car. Like, your gearbox goes from feeling like a sloppy garbage to
A sloppy garbage.
a slop. I was gonna say some other adjectives that probably aren't allowed on YouTube.
It went from feeling like
It went from-
snag going down a water slide.
It went from feeling like throwing a sausage down a hallway to feeling like a freshie.
Hold on.
You guys know.
We're getting a call from Lachlan from Rex's channel. Hello, Lachlan. We are live.
What are the chances, Peter, that you do me the biggest favour you've ever done for me before?
What is the biggest favor?
So you know how
Wait, we're live. Is this public information?
it is. I'm in a bit of a pickle right now.
Yeah, what is it?
So you know how you got Nathan's rack? So I had to source another one.
Yeah.
Well, I sourced another one, and I've driven to buttfuck nowhere, and my fucking tyres debeated.
On what car?
The BMW.
Where are you?
In a place called Clunes.
Where is that?
How far?
Like hour 30, hour 40 away from our house.
Clunes.
Clunes, yeah.
How do you spell it?
Clunes.
Clunes.
Fuck me.
2.5 hours.
It's 2.5 from here.
Yeah.
Ballarat, huh?
I fucking drove to Talbot, which is like another 40 minutes down the road. I
Yeah.
heard a big bang. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, lucky I can come.
You're gonna drive 2.5 hours.
Bro, it's for the boys. It's for the boys. It's for the boys. Let me call Lachlan. Lucky,
I don't know what happened there.
have you got a BMW spare?
I don't. So either
Have you got one at yours? Would Spencer be able to give me one?
it's in the storage unit behind my S15.
Nice.
Shit.
Does Alex have a spare?
What size?
It wouldn't be a
Just put a
50.
Commodore wheel on it.
No, he has to drive it back. Centerboard doesn't fit.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't fit. Yeah, look. Do you have a big wheel?
Look, Rex said I
Elon
have.
has a big wheel.
Yeah, Elon's wheel is at Rexton's house. One of them.
Yeah. All right, Lachlan.
What's up?
I will grab. Wait, Rex, do you have Elon's wheel?
Yeah, he does. Because that was the spare that was in my car, and I have Rexton's spare in my car.
All right, Lockie, sit tight, my brother. Peter Bread will come.
So are we gonna wait? We need a jack as well, right?
I can bring a jack. That's no problem.
And like sockets and shit. Fuck me. Bro, the entire like inside of the tires is shredded.
Hey, any of you guys live near Ballarat that can help out Lachlan? Live stream, come on, guys.
Like, oh my god, it keeps cutting out.
Someone help out Lachlan.
No, I'll help out Lachlan. It's alright. I'll help out Lachlan. I'm in Brisbane.
I'll drive from.
Gold Coast. See you soon, mate.
Lachlan, answer. Well, this live stream just became a bit of an intense game, to be honest.
Match fucking Hill calls back.
So anyway, after we were rudely interrupted.
Help. Ollie, I need to... Lockie.
I don't know why it keeps disconnecting.
Yeah, I can grab the spare and come. Yeah. What?
What size is the spare though?
It's a 17?
I think so.
17?
17 and a 19.
Is it one of your front ones?
No, it's my back right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
The diff will love that.
Well, it's open anyway. Doesn't matter. I drove with one fucking 15 and one 19
That's
when I
true.
had to. Yeah. All right. So, is it a front one or a rear one?
A rear one. Rear right.
Rear right. Yeah. All right. I'll see you in 2.5 hours.
Fuck me.
I just gotta go home and swap cars because I'm in the white AU.
Alright, thanks so much, Peter.
It's all good. Can you send me a pin of your location?
Yeah, I don't even know what socket it is to take my wheels off either.
You don't have the BMW toolkit in the back?
No.
Have you got lock
Lachlan.
nuts?
Bro, if I don't have a lock, I'm full fucked. Hold on a
Ooh.
sec.
Guys, this is why.
Where's your RACV, Lachlan?
No, it doesn't
I
do
cancelled
rules.
it when the Stubby went into StarCat. I got the lock nut.
You got the lock nut?
Totally screwed.
Do you have the tool? You don't have the toolkit, eh?
No. Oh, I'll check. Give me a sec. Alright, we got the lock nut.
Stranded Mechanic. Not Mechanic, but Lachlan Mechanic. Take my tools, Rexton. All right, done.
Yeah, my car doesn't even have a toolkit, I don't think. I got a first aid kit. It doesn't really come in handy.
Hey, I'll ask the BMW group chat if there's anyone. I'm pretty sure one of the boys is in Ballarat.
Yeah, I'll send you a photo of my fucking wheel. It's full coat. As soon as I got out of my car, I smelled burning rubber, and I'm like, GG.
Rescue brought to you by Chicane Tools. Precisely. Brought to you by Ford, FGX, Falcon, and Chicane Tools. And Peter.
Please, the bitch.
Yeah, check your messages, Alex. I sent it.
There is no message from Lachlan Campbell.
And Rabbit.
And Rabbit.
The Rabbit will come and help.
Yeah.
She'll probably just chew the rest of your tires.
Cut out again. By the way, look at how sexy my AU is. Tough rig.
Look how sexy my car was.
GG.
Lachlan sent me the photos.
The moment of truth. Will the Dingleberry pick up? Alright, I'll just
All right.
continue with
Well,
the
no,
live stream.
it's already an hour.
Fuck me.
Oh! That's not nice, eh?
Let's show the stream. You know why? Look at the tread on his rear tires.
Lachlan is a dum-dum. Lachlan is a dum-dum. Lachlan is a dum-dum. He's very fucking dumb. Lachlan is a dum-dum.
Anyway, guys, it's been basically an hour. We're gonna have to go help Lachlan, but stay tuned because next week there'll be a video out on putting the head back on the AU motor. So until then, thank you guys very much for sticking around for the stream, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
See you guys.
Say
Bye-bye.
say bye. But the
Adios,
rabbit says
amigo.
bye as well.
Yeah.